All right, Shalom.
So
First and
Shalom.
foremost, we want to give all praise and glory to
to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
by
by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
by
by Hashem,
Hashem,
Ruach
Rachakodash.
Kodash.
The honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, Shalom, and much blessings and love to you. I keep out there pushing out this word in true sincerity. And as you see the video, the title of the video, 2019, charagma. All right, if the Nazis had the RFID chip or the RFID chip implant, we're gonna go into an article. The spirit had us stumble upon, and Lord's word is edifying. Okay, any brother got a you know what? You just get the brothers already know the scriptures, but let's get it anyway. Go to Revelation 13.
Got it right here. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast,
Mm-hmm.
that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So that image of the beast is talking about his philosophies, the ways of the so-called white man. All right, the structure that he has set up on his planet. All right, so read that from the top again, Bible Shaw.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
All right, so you take it, you look at it on a geopolitical level right now. You see what happens if you don't want to fall under the so-called white man's rule. Yeah, they go over there, they they set up agents to bring coups about. All right, they'll send in their puppeteers in there as like governor leaders, okay, dictatorship leaders, whatever. They'll set it up so that they can come in and be the so-called heroes. But what if you don't want to follow after the image of the beast, which is the philosophies, the whole system of the beast, which is the so-called white man system, then you go contrary unto them, and they're gonna bring you down to naught, man. China is not going contrary to the so-called white man's system. All right, all right. A lot of people say, "Oh, China's gonna be the next people to come up." No, that's stupidity. All right, China, the Moabites, they following after what Esau is setting up, that he's been set up. All right, that's why. Who was the first people to set up them smoke towers? What do they call it? The industrial age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though China is a neck and neck with Esau, but Esau, he was given the birthright. He was given the fatness of the earth, the dew of the heaven. All
You
right.
talking about the pollution, the
Yeah,
smokestacks out there?
yeah, exactly. But who did they get that from? They get that shit from Esau.
You get it from Esau. Esau, and then everybody wants to try to keep up with Esau because Esau is he basically sets the trend of the wherever technology is going, everybody's trying to keep up with it. Even though these other nations like India and China, they have a very technological society. However, it's Esau is the one that sets everything up. Hold on one
Exactly.
second.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's right.
Esau that sets everything up. Go ahead, brother.
That's right. And I don't know where I seen a video earlier. Somebody was saying that India was going to be the first people to hit the cashless society. Well, that's a false statement because China. I don't know if they seen the news or not, but China they already on that. China's
Sweden's
already
been
on
on
that.
that for a while.
Sweden's been on that. But China, they push that shit out there. They got like China got the biggest population on the
Yeah,
earth.
exactly. Yeah.
All right,
Compared to population, yeah, China's ahead of everyone.
but like brother said, Sweden they microchipping people. They were one of the first people to start microchipping people. For that reason, and we're gonna bring it out in this video, which or not the video, the article because it goes into it. All right, all this is accumulating or leading to the market of the RFID chip, whether you believe it or not. All right, this is 2019, the year of charagma.
Yeah, and like the apostle Tahar, always says, man, the evidence is overwhelming. How else? How can you say that the mark of the beast is something other than the RFID microchip, man? The evidence is clear, man. The evidence is very clear and evident of what that mark is, man. All right. If you don't know that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, or you're saying that it's something else, then that just means the Most High has blinded you at this point. Because we in 2019, man, the year of the mark, man, of the charagma. All right.
It really goes back to pride.
That's really what it is. Because they don't want to say that, they don't want to admit that, okay, shit, my bad, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. But just look at the last few months, how heavy the RFID microchip has been pushed, especially by Great Millstone. The RFID has been pushed out with not just a hardcore facts, but with the scriptures, man. And it's clear and evident who the Lord is dealing with. And the Lord is manifesting that every day. All right.
You going to that scripture?
Okay. Back in Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
So the mark of the beast, all right, is going to be something that's going to be brought upon or caused. It said because he calls it all, right? Meaning it's going to be something that's going to be mandatory at a certain point, right? But if you go up like two verses, it says that he deceived. All right, so the way he's going to lead this up, all right, is going to be by deception, because that's what Esau does, by deception. All right, Esau works by deception. He deceives you. He tells you this and that and this and that and third, and then he hits you on the back of the head with a hammer. All right, but then it's too late.
You said 2 verses?
Yeah, it's like verse 14. It said he deceived them. Yeah. Read that.
This is Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
So he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. What is miracles? The technology. All right, you get this implant, you're gonna walk again. You get this implant, you're gonna eat again. You get this implant, you're gonna
Alzheimer's
Alzheimer's
done away with.
Yeah, man. They matter of fact, I should have recorded it. They had a bit on the local news. They had something talking about this little girl with a cerebral palsy. She was able to walk after 2 weeks after the surgery, implanting that shit in her head, man.
Hey, well, they showing that in that movie Upgrade. Brothers haven't seen that movie. That's a good movie to watch. Upgrade. The dude got shot in his vertebrae. Dude was a quadriplegic. Couldn't move his arms, couldn't move his legs, couldn't even move his neck, man. Okay, well, I think that was the only thing he could move. But regardless,
from the neck up. Yeah.
Regardless, what they do in the movie, they hit one of his buddies that he knew that was a tech owner of a company. He implanted him with the microchip, and the dude immediately, maybe within like an hour of the surgery, the dude was able to walk. The dude was able to get up out of the wheelchair. All right, and that's
part of the deception.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's part of the miracles.
Yep.
Because the Esau is going to deceive by his miracles, which his miracles is his technology.
And that's the same thing that they did when we were talking about the other nations, basically looking after Esau, wanting to be just like Esau. So now you're gonna have them put this chip out there like that. They're gonna make it seem like it's something beautiful, something that's gonna benefit society. Everybody's gonna go ahead and get it, because it seems beneficial. It seems like a good idea, just like it seemed like having a factory in your biggest city with all the smoke coming out of it. It seemed like a good idea at first, but then it pollutes everything. This thing is going to do the same thing, except everybody's going to take it. Talking about our people, but then the bad news is going to come later for them. Go ahead.
And we're going to prove what you just said. Yeah, we're going to prove what the brother just said. Because the people are following after America, because really you got Sweden that got the microchip already, but Sweden ain't making no. Sweden is not making no trends in the world. Okay, Sweden is not setting the trends of the earth. Okay, America is right. And we're gonna prove it. You got it.
Revelation
18:2. Started at the top.
Revelation 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Mm-hmm.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Yes, right. So that's future prophecy. All right. So we're not gonna get into that right now, but go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All right, so all nations have drunken of the wrath of her fornication. Meaning what? All nations have drinking that philosophy. Go to Revelation 17 and so at the top
17 verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, which is America, that sitteth upon many waters.
So the angel actually came to John the Revelator. All right, John, the one that Yahushua loved the most, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so same man that wrote the book of John, Saint John, John 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the angel came unto him and revealed this unto him. All right. So you got to understand that this is something that's heavy, because the angel came to reveal this unto this man. All right. Go ahead. And like we just read in Revelation 18, if you got to pay attention now. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 3, Revelation 17, verse 3. So he carried.
So start at 2 again.
Go on, verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
All right, so all the kings of the earth, all right, China, Moab, Ishmael, or the nations of Japhet, all right. All these nations outside of the nation of Israel, and even Israel itself, already they have committed fornication with this whore. Okay, because that's what it's talking about right here. Go ahead.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
All right, so that's why you look around and you wonder why these people are so bugged out, because they're drunk with the wine of the fornication of who? Of America, man. All right, America being the main city of Rome. All right, because in the ancient Roman Empire, all right, which is the beast. All right, the ancient beast, the dragon. All right, what you had Rome, that was part of Italy, but what they were spread out amongst the known world at that time, but there was still a central city, right? Just like today, the central place is America. That's pushing out the philosophies, just like everybody wanted to follow after the Roman customs at that time. Now everybody want to follow after the customs of this Roman place at this time, which is America. So everybody's drunk, everybody's sipping on this shit, throwing them shits down, throwing them shots down, taking this drink down, partaking of this fornication, having orgies spiritually, you know what I'm saying? People are just completely indulged in this way of living that America pushes out. And you could just take a look out around the world. You don't take us for what we say. Look around the world. All right, you could go to Pakistan, Iraq, Kazakhstan,
Syria,
Saudi
Arabia.
Man,
speaking on Saudi Arabia, I personally know someone that was over there in Saudi Arabia before they had the women allowed to drive. And this is a woman, and she came back from Saudi Arabia. She was married to this chick was married to a dude out there in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And she came back and she was telling me these stories about how people were looking at her all types of sideways over there after America went over there and allowed women to be able to drive. She said that she was probably the only woman that they had ever seen over there, even after the law was passed to drive a car, man. So it just goes to show you that this whole world is being pushed with the American philosophies, man. Even in countries that you get stoned to death still to this very day for committing adultery.
But you see that too. It's like I was gonna say, but if you see the regular people, you know, they're not really with it like that. It's the leaders of those people that are really drinking the wine, and once the leaders of the people are drunken with the wine, then guess what? So are the regular people. They're gonna be drunken with it as well. But right now, it's slowly being implemented over there. It's like, okay, yeah, women can drive over here now. That's an American thing, okay? You're not supposed to do that over there. That's really not supposed to be done anywhere. Okay, that's off completely. But at least they were holding on to that part of their heritage. But now it's to the point where they're throwing everything out the window, and everybody's gonna be drunken with the wine. Just like they let homosexuality. They said it's legal. It's legal over there in India now. You could be gay and you don't get arrested for it now. Okay, yeah. See, this is American Western culture. Go ahead.
Which I've seen videos of them guys still putting homosexuals to death. You know, they still holding somewhat to just as citizens are. But like the brother was saying, man, the first ones to go, the first ones and the main ones that they get drunk with that fornication of the beast are the leaders, man.
The kings. That's what the scripture said. The kings.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
and so the kings, so the people. I believe that's in Ecclesiasticus 12, Surah 12, or 10 rather. Surah 10.
Yeah.
But you know, let's get to the point now.
Right.
All right, because now we won't veer too far off. But we bring out those points.
Because really, these people, all these nations that they're drinking that fornication of this beast, they're gonna get that RFID being pushed to them through America, and so the kings are the ones that are gonna have to take that mark and push it on their people. So they're gonna be the ones that have to take it. They're gonna be drunk off that philosophy, really the philosophy of the RFID microchip here, especially this year, man. This year, Lord willing, it's gonna be the year that this thing gets pushed on a mass scale, man. Lord willing, this should be made mandatory in America, you know.
Which is already leading to that, man. If you can't see it, because you're a fucking retard, all right? Trust me, I deal with retards. I know what a retard looks like, and a lot of you niggas look like retards, man. Because you don't comprehend what's going on, man. You just living like nothing's happening around you know.
Because what these elites do is they get these other kings drunk off the philosophy as a test run to see how things are going to play out. So eventually they'll bring.
Yeah, because everything is really a test run, man. Mm-hmm. This shit's going on in Venezuela. It's a test run, all right? Mm-hmm. Shit that goes on in Iraq, Afghanistan, all right? It's all a test run, man.
Yep.
Because it's going to happen here in America because they want to bring it in a way that it can just sweep you people off the streets easily, man, which they can do it right now if they wanted to. Okay, they can do it with no problem, but they want to. Esau is a perfectionist, so to say. Yeah. All right, Esau want to come in here and do the minimal casualty for him. All right, he don't give a damn how many of you niggas die. He just want to do minimal casualty for him. But anyway, let's get to the point of this video. All right, let's get to this article.
Okay.
Which is gonna lead all this we're talking about is gonna lead to this. Okay. All right, I got screen share. All right. Let me know if you can see it, brother.
Yeah, it's up on the screen.
All right, cool. So this is an article that's on this website called breakingisraelnews.com. All right, breakingisraelnews.com. And
biblical perspective.
It says latest news biblical perspective. But the article is called "If the Nazis Had RFID Chips." All right, so we're gonna go through this article nice and slowly. We're gonna read through it, and the brothers want to bring out scriptures. Bring it out. Matter of fact, brothers, or one of you brothers get 2 Samuel 24:1.
I got it right now.
They got it. They got it. They got a quarter right here, which they don't have it quartered properly. But go ahead, up.
All right, so let's read it correct. Second Samuel.
Slovakia. Slovakia. This was published August 29th, 2018.
Your
Go ahead.
prophecy. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is the book of Second Samuel, chapter 24, verse 1. And again, the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, Go, number Israel and Judah.
God, so you got to go into that full story there, but this is what they quoting right here on the screen, and that's what they're gonna equivalent this in this article. All right, so we just read that in the actual way it's supposed to be read, but so let me just read some of this, and then we'll expound on it of why that scripture was brought out. All right. All right. So the first paragraph says blurring the boundaries. It says blurring the boundaries, separating men from machine, a technology growing in popularity allows computer chips to be implanted under the skin. This is we're not making this up, right? It's plain and simple. This is a website from breakingisraelnews.com. All right. And then it reads on, which you already know these are Amalek, most likely they're Amalekites. All right, which is going to prove it later on. It says this may be prohibited by the Bible. Okay, so we're not making this up, man. This may be prohibited by the Bible, but one rabbi, which is supposed to be interpreted as master, all right, warns of a greater danger. The chips could be used as a Nazi-like tool to control the populace. And if well, actually, I get it right here. Government,
2000 millennia 2000 video where they were talking about that, comparing it to what Hitler did.
Yeah, check this out though, because it said about controlling. All right, control. All right, so like it for the slow. Where to go? To control the populace. All right, keep that in mind. If you seen if you paying close attention to the apostles' videos, you should know what I'm talking about. Because it says control the populace. All right, let's go here. Let's go to government. All right, government. Government means act of governing or ruling system by which a thing is governed. Control, direction, administration. To steer, be at helm of, govern, rule, command, direct. To direct, rule, guide, govern. Originally to steer, to pilot, meaning governing power. All right. So the government, what do they want? The government wants to control you. Okay. Now, what is this RFID chip gonna lead to? It's gonna be to control the populace. And now let's keep reading now. It's more than just buying and selling. Okay. It's more than just buying and selling. But that's what the scriptures highlighted as, all right, because that's gonna be the main thing. All right, that's gonna be the main thing. But watch this article, man. This article exposes a lot. It says the process is relatively simple, and identifying an integrated circuit device or RFID transponder encased in silicate glass, approximately the size of a grain of rice, is implanted under the skin using a device similar to a syringe. Look at the word charagma. let's get that.
Yeah, I got charagma on it. I got charagma here. Unless you want to bring it up on the screen.
Now, if you got it, let me flip it over real quick. Give me 1 second. You go to screen share.
Hold on 1 second. I don't know how to do all that shit. Give me a second.
It's on the left side of the screen. It's a green little screen over there.
All right, bet. Oh yeah, con. All right, 1 second. All right. So we got charagma. All right, can you see it? Are you able to see it, brother?
Nah,
No.
you got hold on.
Oh, I know why. I got it.
You got to present it. You got to present.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, now it's something.
All right, bet. So can you see it now?
Yep.
All right. So
Oh,
let's go.
hold on. All right. It should be good. Yep. We got it.
All right, excellent. All right, so as you can see there on the screen, we have this is charagma. So now remember now this is what Elder Apostle Tahar deemed the year 2019. He says this is the year of charagma. Now we're going to go into the word real quick just so we can understand why he's calling it that. So this is G5480 in the lexicon, and here it is in the Greek, and charagma. That's it right there. Let me see if Isa will say it for you. There you go. That's the pronunciation. Charagma. And here's the definition here. You got a stamp, an imprinted mark. Okay. A badge. It says of a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand. Badge follows of the Antichrist. But the point is a thing carved, sculpture, graven work, and it's often used. They often use this word charagma for like idolatrous images, because you remember now, when you get the mark of the beast, that's showing you that you're giving your alliance over to the beast system, and the beast system is this Western system. Okay. So by you giving your alliance to this Western system, this beast Edomite system, is showing that you don't have faith in Yahweh by Shem Yeshai, but rather in the system. So you're afraid you're not going to eat, you're afraid you're not going to be able to buy, sell, and be able to drive a car and be able to participate in Edomite society. Well, guess what? That's idolatry, basically. You're putting another power before Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. Okay, so you're taking that mark, but this is actually a physical thing. All right, going back into what that article just said. It says a small device about the size of a grain of rice, and they're gonna carve it. They're gonna carve your flesh, and they're gonna implant it in there.
Like the article said, it's gonna be implanted under your skin. All right, so like you were saying, it's gonna be stamped into you. All right, and that's where it goes into it's like let me here.
You switch back to yourself.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Because that whole system, this is like the brothers were saying before, Khan. But real quick, because like you were saying before, they're using certain countries as a trying ground, a testing ground first. So like you have Sweden, and these places like that with the chip. These places had the chip for since 2015, 2016. They already were using the microchip over there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, really? Well, we're gonna get into that right now because it was way before that it actually came. Yeah. But let me make sure camera's good.
Looks good over here.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah. I see your screen.
All right. All right, so let's continue reading. It says the process is relatively simple. and identifying integrated circuit device or RFID transponder encased in silicate glass approximately the size of grain of rice is implanted under the skin using a device similar to a syringe spread, or if you go into that word charagma, harax, right? Look that up, right? Because we're not here to break. That time is over, right? Really, you either understand it, get it. If not, keep it moving. All right. It says local anesthetic is used during the procedure. The use of RFIDs for domestic and farm animals is widespread. In some countries, require them to be implanted. This was the first done. This was first done by a physician in 1998. All right, so this has been happening. Right? It ain't nothing new. And so the first man that took it was in the 90s and was approved for use in humans by the FDA. So you good old FDA, the same niggas that approving the food you eat, they approved this what it's 15 years ago. 15 years ago, they approved this. The mac and cheese and the celery from the grocery store that the same FDA approves. Well, guess what? The same people that approve that food you eat, they approve this RFID chip. Read it in wheat, bitches. All right. It says proponents of this new technology claim a myriad of benefits. Some companies currently recommend implementation of their employees for security purposes. Locks in elevators can be paired with sensors so that only specific people can open their door. All right. Let me jump down.
It sounds very
high tech.
Yeah. Tell you what, very very convenient for the masses.
Salakia. Let me keep on reading. It says using the chip as biopayment in place of a credit card. Somebody get a scripture. Revelation 13. You already know what. Let me read it again, because I just read. While you brothers get a scripture, says computers can use the sensors to identify users when they log on. It's like allowing them to access files and systems specific to them. Here's the point. Using the chip as what? Bio payment. We didn't write this for you bug outs out there. What their names is?
Adam Abbott.
Adam Rabbits. All right. This is they telling you that the chip's gonna be used for bio payment. All right, in place of a credit card in the developmental stages and could lead to a cashless society. You can't get around this, man. It'll be like, oh, it's leading to a cashless society. It says it's leading to a cash. It's developmental. Oh, you're a fucking retard, man. If that's your argument, you're a goddamn retard and you need death and destruction, man. Because you go to your local store and what do they have? They have the technology for this. They had the biopayment technology.
Ways that they're pushing this whole thing is that this is more convenient, like our brother Ariad said and the brother Ash said, but also as well as being safe. This is more safer than carrying credit cards, and your identity is not going to be easily accessible via the RFID microchip. But what does the scripture say about when they say peace and safety? Yeah. Then sudden destruction shall come. So, and what do the scriptures say about those that get the RFID microchip? Mm-hmm. That they're going to be destroyed. So
Revelation 14.
It makes perfect sense that if you get this RFID chip, which they're pushing out with an easy, convenient, safe way of living, that you will be destroyed because you had the scriptures. And I'm gonna get that one real quick.
Get what I call first. Don't jump around.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
So remember that the number is his name, all right? And it said you won't be able to buy or sell, all right? It's talking about bio payments, all right, cashless society. And later on in this article, it's going to talk about that number, all right? People want to ask about the next verse, Talk about the number of his name, the number 666. Well, this article is gonna explain it to you in simpleton terms. Okay, this is gonna explain it to you, man. Go ahead. Get what you want to get now.
I got one. I got the one you called earlier. First Thessalonians 5:3. You said it says for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So there you go, man. My brother's saying people are gonna be saying peace and safety, or safety in having this market, this chip in you, or this chip the size of a grain of rice.
Well, you just read it. It only allows people to access certain doors. How safer can you feel without a terrorist having to walk through the door with a bomb?
Yeah, it says allowing them to access files and systems specific to them, locks and elevators, bio payments, GPS enabled, right?
And there you go, Nate.
That sounds like safety to me.
Yeah, Nate was big on that. It's only a GPS device. It's only a GPS device. Like, where's my dog? No, it is that, but it's everything else as well too. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to buy and sell unless you have it, and you're not going to be able to participate in any kind of reindeer games out here unless you have the chip. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, he's a bugger, so we're not even gonna speak of him because he don't know what's going on. He knows what's going on, but he don't want to acknowledge it because he's in the police. First of all, he's part of the fraternity. What's it called? The fraternity, the FOP, the FT, the fraternity of police. He's in for life. So that's not worth mentioning anymore. But let me keep reading. It says it is also feasible to create a smart gun that will only allow the owner of a gun to fire it. Theoretically, this is the next sentence. Theoretically, a GPS-enabled chip could one day make it possible for individuals to be physically located anywhere on the planet, and that goes back to control. Who we talking about on government? All right, like the process broke out to control. That's what Esau ultimately wants. Get that in is in Thessalonians or Timothy. They're talking about that he set himself up to be the most high.
That's Second Thessalonians. I got you.
Kind get it.
Yeah, I was thinking about
that's the whole. This is the mark of what's going the mark of the beast is more talent. All right. Oh, you got these simple ass niggas talking about sell with the RFID chip. If they don't know that, then we can't even talk to them after that. Because I guarantee fucking credit cards or some debit cards with their chip in it. So if they don't know, if they can't understand that, then there's no reason to explain it to them. But it's more than that. Esau wants to be the most high, bro. Esau over you, he wants to control you. That's what government goes back to, man. All right. We just, the apostles brought it out, and we bring it out again, man. Act of governing, ruling, system by which a thing is governed. What's that? It says it's system by which a thing is governed. What's that thing gonna be? The RFID chip, man. All right, that's how they easily gonna rule you niggas, man. All right, control, discretion, administration, to steer, okay, to govern, rule, command, man. We're not making this up, man. We're just bringing out fact. You got a scripture?
Yeah. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes. This is it. It's the next verse. I was setting it up.
Okay.
And exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, that he is a slug, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in a temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
So that's what Esau's doing, man. He's trying to show himself as the Most High, which is he's been doing for the last who knows how many years, you know. All right, he's been trying to set himself up as he was the Most High. He tells you what to do, what you can't do, how you supposed to do it, what time you can do it, when you got to go to sleep, you know, all that shit, man. All right, keep going.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things?
That was kind. That was it though. But let me read this again in this article. RFID chips in humans. All right. It says theoretically a GPS enabled chip could one day make it possible for individuals to be physically located anywhere on the planet. So these bug outs talking about it's just for a location. Well, you were completely right. It is for location. All right. But it's more than that. Right. All right, let's go on. It says the chip can link to an external database containing vital medical information for emergency use, like the brother just said over here. He said it's going to be convenient. All right, you end up getting in a car accident, all they got to do is scan you, man. All right, look up the movie. What's the movie with Justin Timberlake? Time.
Yes. I
Giving.
forgot the name of that shit.
You know what I'm talking about? Giving time or you know, the movie with Justin Timberlake.
Out of time, maybe it's out of time. Out of time.
Yeah, something like.
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
It's a dope movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie because that's. Hey, cause remember when he was trying to fight. Brothers gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, that movie's good. You told me about that movie.
That's a good movie because that's exactly how it's gonna work. Watch. Check this out. Justin Timberlake out of time or something like that. It's like out of time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. In Time. That's what it is. In Time. Yeah, this movie right here, man. That's a good movie to watch. A very good movie to watch, man. Because it shows you how they're gonna do that shit, man. They show you how they're gonna do the the transfer of time. Well, in the movie it's time, but that's gonna be funds in that day. All right, let's see it. Let's see if we got a little snippet real quick of how they transferring the funds, because what the time was funds in that movie. All right.
Right.
Well, that's where the saying "time is money" comes from.
Yeah, time is, like brother said, time is money. Look, time is money.
See that
right there. It says spirit. Everybody, let me see if they show it. If not, we keep it moving. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see this is how it was right here. All right. How did they have to share the money, man? Through their arms, man. Through the handshake, so to say, man. So that was symbolic, man. That was symbolic. If you have eyes to see, all right. But
this is where we're at now, people. We're in the age where all these movie things that you see that Esau puts in front of your face, he's softening y'all up so y'all just accept it. I mean, it's unbelievable that how gullible a lot of you people in this world are. It really is at this point. It's really only a few good men out here on this planet that have integrity that aren't going to take that shit. But y'all people just want to be up with it. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I'm gonna keep reading in the article. All right,
yeah.
Let me close this out. It says proponents of this. Oh wait, was that where I was at? Yeah, that's where I was at. It says proponents of this new technology claim migrant benefits. Yeah, that's where I was. Bio payments. Okay, so next paragraph. It says the chip can link to an external database containing vital medical information for emergency use. This would be especially useful in cases of dementia or where the patient is uncooperative. It can also be used by law enforcement agencies to identify subjects and track their movements. Both of these applications raise serious concerns in liberties. And I mean, damn, we don't really have to explain that, But that goes back to what the Apostle been saying, man. Esau wants control. He wants to know where you at, where your mental, how you felt that day. All right, you went to the hospital, you got diabetes. You want to know it, right? You just got out of jail on bail. He want to know where you at. All right, he want to track you. Because you got these simpletons talking about, oh, the RFID chip don't track you unless you're near a RFID reader. Wait a minute. Your phone's a reader, all right? There's a reader. Anywhere you go, there's a reader. And first of all, you walk a reader, man. Your phone's the reader, man. So it don't matter where you go, they're gonna read you if you receive it, all right? Because your phone has the NFC technology, which is the same thing as RFID chips or RFID technology. All right, you go to your phone. There's a setting for NFC. So there's no such thing as you're gonna be too far out of distance. So the RFID chip that you're implanted is not gonna be able to be read. Well, you're goddamn bug out and a retard because first of all, they're working on this 5G technology that they have already set up. That's being worked as we speak. All right, they're setting up the towers as we speak. So there's nowhere to run where you're gonna be able to say, "Oh, I'm good from the distance." They're not gonna be able to read the chip. It's got to be a close, or I forgot what they call it. They call it a non I forgot what the exact term is. Passive. I know it's passive and whatever. Regardless, what they're gonna put in you people, it's gonna track you, man, no matter what. So let's keep reading. It says, in addition to concern, right here. Let me highlight it. Jeez. It says, in addition to concerns about privacy. Okay, so let me skip down because of the privacy in the hacks, but here goes. It talks about several anti-Jewish websites. Anti-Jewish websites have written that implicated Jewish people in the minds of the populace. These conspiracies cite the many Jews developing the technology as proof of their theories. Make the unsubstantial claim that Jews are working on initiatives to require chip implementation. Well, let's get Revelation 2:9. One of you brothers get that. Jews, they are imposters. Look, because it went from Jewish and it went from Jewish in the same paragraph. It said a Jewish plot, right? And let me say Jews. See, we gotta establish this because this is a lie. Jewish means to pertain to Jews. Okay, now Jews are the actual Jews, meaning pertaining to Judah, or the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, so who got it? You got it?
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and property, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
That's right. So these people that call themselves Jews, they're not the real people of the Most High. What was that? 3 or 2? Okay. Well, these people calling themselves Jewish, they are not the people of the Most High. They are not the ones that are ordained from the foundations of the earth. Read that again, Bob, trying to get the one in Revelation 3 as well.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation.
So the Lord knows our works and tribulations, meaning the true Jews, so to say, the Israelites, they're poverty. They're the ones in poverty today, okay? The wood owners, not the ones on the jewelry districts, right? The ones at jewelry shop. You go to jewelry shop and you see goddamn Amalekite. All right, no, that's not what it was talking about. It's talking about the true Israelites. This is beginning with the Native Americans. Go ahead.
In poverty, but thou art rich.
We're rich because what? If you fire, the kingdom of heaven is ours. All right. Yahweh Shai came to save us, all right? He ain't come to save everybody. He came to save the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the true Israelites. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
All right, so these people call themselves Jews, claim Jews, or whatever they're saying. They're the synagogue of Satan, meaning the chief house of Satan. All right, go ahead.
That was it on that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me keep reading on. Let me see. Hold on. Well, this article goes on for a minute, actually. Let me see. Let me get
Revelation.
Yeah. Go ahead and get that. I'll get this.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will...
So like, it says they read that again, Bible Shaw.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie.
So it says that he gonna make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews. This nigga's over here talking about they look, Rabbi Winston told Breaking Israel News, you are identifying the chip, which was assigning number. So, this is what I want to get to. Okay, so just finish that up.
I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Yeah, exactly. So these devils been ye Israel, right? I don't know why would you add a Y in front of the I? There's no J, so usually you put the Y for the J,
or the I for the J.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah. Niggas are doing that a lot too. A lot of niggas that that are unlearned, they're doing that Israel shit a lot. They've been doing that shit. Don't make no goddamn.
Yeah, that's not. Regardless, that's not according to the scriptures, man. Regardless, that's not the scripture. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know why you would change the I for the Y, because the I and the Y was in this. I don't know. I know the J, you could change the J, but maybe I didn't see the breakdown of this before the Y. But at the same time, why would you put the Y before the I? That don't make no sense. But anyway, let's continue, because that's not part of the scripture, or it's part of this lesson. It says, because this is the part I want to get to. Somebody get Revelation 13, the last verse. Get it.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
So like it started at 17, Bible Shop.
That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
So you hear it. So there's a number involved in this thing, which if you had the understanding, you should already know what that's about. Because we're only doing this for those that know about this truth in the elect. We're not out here for everybody. But anyway, it says in this article right here, it says though the issue has not been formally addressed by any rabbinic body, meaning by the rabbis, it may be that having the chips implanted violates the Torah prohibition against against numbering or counting Jews. Rabbi Pinchas Winston, a prolific end of days author, did not give a halakhic or Torah law opinion, but he suggested that as the chip currently operate, the biblical prohibition may not apply. What is this? What is this nigga? These devils supposed to be the people of the Lord? He talking about the mark of the beast don't apply? The implantation of the chip doesn't apply? This nigga might be with Adam Abbott. Look at, hey, I'm not making this up, brothers. You'll see this on the screen. It's on the screen. I'm gonna highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, you want to say something?
Choose a crazy, bro.
Kind of. So he's saying that the Torah, which is the law, all right, the books of Moses don't apply to the chip. the way it's operating right now, the current operation.
Well, keep reading,
But then let's read on. Yeah, it gets better when scanned at the proper. So he man, I can't make this. You can't make this up, man. It says when scanned at the proper frequency, the chips respond with a unique 16-digit number, which is then linked with information about the user on a separate database.
Right. So now
And
that's
this,
how they're linking it with like the Nazi things. That's how they're linking it with
yeah,
that.
but
Go ahead.
but here's the cop out, and this is a quote from Rabbi Winston. It says, "You are not counting people or assigning them a number." Rabbi Winston told Breaking Israel News, "You are identifying the chip which was assigned a number." Let's read that number. Get it again. I get it. Because these
Okay.
niggas are bugged up, man. These aren't the people of the Lord, Rabbi Winston. That's a damn devil. It's an Edomite.
That's
Revelation
Edomite.
13. Wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
So it said the number of the beast. What number you getting assigned? You getting the slave number, which is the number of the beast, man.
We already got it from birth. Our social security numbers is a number that uses to
Exactly,
identify
but
us.
now this is establishing it, and now it's in you now.
God, man.
You can't, cause shit, a nigga with a social security card, he could throw that shit away, and they don't know who he is. He get pulled over by the police. They don't know who he is. He ain't got no license. He ain't got no social. Ain't got nothing, right? But you got an RFID chip, they gonna know what number your chip got. Like this nigga Rabbi Winston's trying to say, oh, we're not numbering the people, we're not counting the people, which is against the scriptures, what David did. No, we're numbering the chips. Okay, well, read it
It's just
again.
branding. Go ahead.
Here is wisdom. I have to understand. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600
All right, so it's the number of men. Well, guess what? You are, like I say right here, you are identifying the chip which was assigned a number. That chip was assigned a number because you are the number, man. You gotta be goddamn moron that know that, man. This is Rabbi Winston. He's part of it, man. He got paid off to say that, man.
It's a branding. It's like basically branding you. You get that chip is showing that you're part of that society. You're part of that allegiance. Okay, yeah, the beast allegiance.
Okay.
It's like they brand cows, just like the pharaohs used to brand the slaves too. The pharaoh used to brand the slaves back in Egypt. Okay, they used to brand us back when we were slaves here in America, and now that's the new way they're going to be branding you. They're going to be branding you with the chip, and they're going to be able to know who you are, how many people there are, and what you've been doing.
Yep, and I'm gonna get that word real quick here on the screen. For stigma, there for that number. Let me just internet's a little slow, but just bear with me. All right, because that number, it means something. It wasn't written in English. So let's get this in the. Let's get this here in the for the word there for 603 score and 6, which is stigma. All right. Says here G55 16.
I think the feed froze. Yeah, the feed froze, Akim.
You hear me out?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, Con. I think we're back on. Check if we're back on.
It says it's live.
All
Let me
right,
see on the thing.
damn, I don't know how long we've been on.
No, I was listening to it, and when he was breaking down 603 square and 6 is when it cut off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, I don't know exactly.
But regardless, getting back to the point, you know, the RFID microchip, RFID, you have identification in the word RFID, identification. All right, so every product has an identifying code written in it, and so is the RFID microchip, because that's how they're going to be able to identify you. They're going to have some type of code written in that RFID chip to identify this is such and such. This is his medical records, like we read in the article. All right, law enforcement is going to be able to look up your background history by just scanning your hand or wherever the hell you get it. All right, and identify you in some way, shape, or form. So it has to be a number that is used in the chip to be able to identify particular people. Okay, it's not just a universal code for everybody. Oh, this person got a chip. Well, we don't know his identification. We got to get his permission. No, man. Every chip has their own identification number.
Kind because it right here says, well, let me highlight it again. It says you are not counting people or assigning them a number, which is coming from an Edomite Rabbi Winston, all right, Amalekite. It says, he told breaking Israel News, you are identifying the chip which was assigned a number. The chip was assigned a number, meaning they gave you the chip that was assigned a number. So that's a contradictory statement right there. A contradicting statement, because if they give you the chip that is assigned a number, what the fuck do you think you got now? You was assigned a number because the chip that's got inserted in you got assigned a number, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, basically it's that same technology, that UPC, Universal Product Code technology. You're the product. Yeah, you're just the product, and it's just going to be the product code is going to be within your skin, and they're going to use certain readers to go ahead and scan it. That's all it is. It's the same technology they've been using since the 70s. It's just upgraded, so to speak. And you're the product.
Yeah, let's keep reading. We'll close out here in a little bit. It says, nonetheless, the rabbi, or the Edomite bullshitter, warned that implanting chips pose a significant threat, one that has already caused great harm to the Jewish people. All right, so this goes back to the title of the video about the Nazis. All right, it says this has so much potential for good that it is almost inevitable that governments will not want to use this.
Well, that's what the whole thing with Hitler was. Yeah, the whole thing with Hitler was a test run to see how they could use identification numbers to identify the people and put them in certain in camps.
And what did Hitler give the so-called Jews in that time?
Money, their own currency.
No. What did he give them? What are those so-called Jews known for? Those barcodes, man.
Yeah,
they had barcodes.
Badges. Yeah, they had the badges. The bar. Yeah, exactly.
So if that's why it's entitled. Imagine if the Nazis had the RFID chip, man, because they're gonna do. That was a test run, like the brother said, man. That was a test run.
And there's sinister underlinings. There's very, very sinister underlinings. Well, with their motives, and these regular Edomites, they don't really care. These other nations, these Edomite nations like Sweden, they don't care. They think it's great. They don't realize that it's something wicked and that's really going to impede whatever little liberties that they already have. In America, America's big on liberties. So when you integrate something like that into the society, you're basically forfeiting all your rights and your privacies to Esau, to the big brother, so to speak. Okay, yeah, they're ready for it.
It says this was so much potential for good. Where were we at next? It says, nonetheless, the rabbi warned that implanted chips pose a significant threat, one that was already caused great harm to the Jewish people, which we already know that's a lie. This has so much potential for good that it is almost inevitable that governments will want to use this. Which that's why they're pushing this out so hard. They already changed all your stores. All your stores got this already. All right, they're ready for that chip. They already taking it, man. Your card got your credit cards got it. All your Samsung, your iPhone. It's the ball has already been rolled. All right, and it reads on. It says they cannot afford prisons and policing any more populations. Talking about here in America, okay?
And I know down here in Florida, that's something that they've been pushing for a few years now. Is that they're trying to get people more on probation because one, you're making money off for probation, more money than you're making from someone being locked up. But here it is, you're gonna have the people, people out here on an RFID microchip. You're able to where they're at certain locations, just like the movie Upgrade.
That's the plan,
the
anyway.
Police officer was able to follow the guy and track him and know where he was at and all this and that. They showed that through drones and stuff like that. But nonetheless, Esau wants to make life easier for him to be able to control everyone. Going back to that word government that the brother broke down earlier, because through this RFID microchip, Esau is going to be able to know where you're at, what you buy, what you do. And you see it in your daily phones. Okay, you go through your internet and look up certain stuff, and then you go on social media or this and that. Things are gonna pop up on your phone that are advertising to things that you be searching up.
Yeah.
So Esau just is preparing everybody, and he's been conditioning people to that being of a norm, to being controlled, being watched, so that when he comes out with this RFID chip, people are already persuaded in their own minds. All right, but what does the scripture say? That the elect are not, we're not deceived by Esau's devices, man. Roughly paraphrasing.
We're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Yeah, we're not ignorant of Esau's plans, man. We see the bullshit. We see what's going on.
Because you go to that word devices, talking about plot or plan.
Yep. So we see what Esau is doing, man. We see what Esau has been doing throughout the years. All right, going all the way back, like we just read, man, going all the way back on the basis of this article, all the way back to the Holocaust, man, through the so-called Holocaust.
1930s.
Yeah, man.
1930s.
Yeah, 40s.
They've been playing this since the 1700s.
Yeah.
But
we see it. We see it. And Esau's plan is finally coming together for him. And he thinks that he's going to get it off. And he's going to be able to implement it on a certain level. But he's not going to get it, man.
His belly just typing belly be full or enterprise, talking about the belly.
Yeah, there's Job 20.
Let me keep reading on here. It says, rather than put some in prison, they can make it impossible to exit their home, like the brother was just saying. Instead of having them niggas in prison or having them niggas on house arrest, hey, we'll give you a chip. Now we know where you at. If they identify a criminal, they can remotely shut down their car, deny them access to money. What did Revelation 13 say? And food. A lot of people will be deterred from non-compliance with the law, because that's what it's about. It's about control. It's about control. It's more than just about buying and selling, which the main thing is going to be about buying and selling, obviously, because you can't buy and sell, you're going to die. I don't care how you put it. All right. But it's more about that. It's Esau wants control of you. He wants to shut down your car. He wants to shut your money down, shut your food down. You're not complying with him. He tells you to pay this. Well, he's going to shut you down, man. And, I'll leave it to you, brothers. Here's the website right here. Okay. Brothers, look into that.
Yeah, put in the description and stuff.
Yeah, it was just live. I can't really do it right now.
Yeah.
Brother, I mean, I don't. We can't really make it more simpler than that.
It's right there.
Yeah, but brothers, look into that. And the brother you got the scripture.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 23, and it says, "When he is about to fill his belly."
All right, so before this devil, right, or these here fill their belly, meaning fill their kingdom or fill their enterprise. All right, go ahead.
The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
So the Lord is gonna bring His fury upon these devils, man. While they eating good right now. These, well, I'll say for the elect of the or the elite of the nation of Esau, they eating good. They stuffing their faces right now with the fatness of the earth. But guess what? The Lord is about to bring down that hammer, that Thor hammer, right? Only Thor could pick that hammer up. Well, guess what? This hammer that the Yahweh Shai is gonna bring down, he's the only one worthy to slam that hammer down on you damn devils, man.
Right. And what these elites are trying to do with this new world order, all right, is they're really trying to eat good off of that, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna have control over everybody. They're gonna have money, complete control over the money, because at any moment they can just take that money from your chip and say you ain't got a damn thing, all right. And they're gonna have complete, utter control. So they're gonna be living it real good, man. You think that these elites of this world are living good right now? Imagine if they were to implement this chip and have it going for 30, 40, 50 years, man. A whole year, man. Just let alone a whole year of the RFID chip being fully implemented around the whole world. All right. Imagine how good they would be living, man. The Most High got to bring a stop to that, man, and He is. All right, we just read it, Job 23, man. He's gonna bring it to them while they still eating, man. While they still trying to finish off that plate to get themselves full, man. The Most High is gonna come up and He's gonna pull that tablecloth from the table, man. All right.
It's just kind of what's going on with this, but with that, we're gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash. The one of the elder apostles, great millstone, Shalom, be off your mouth to push down this word of truth, sincerity.